styling pace. Just yeah, for a great result.
Yeah. It's all in the hair.
Yeah, he doesn't wear a helmet.
No. I got a visor helmet now. Like I cut the.
It's a Guy Fieri edition. So, this is JW. This is getting long. What you feel like doing today, man? This is it getting too out of whack, or what do we just kind of?
I mean, it's definitely thick. Probably need to take some weight out.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the length, but it is getting a lot to manage.
How are you wearing it these days? Like, what's your regimen to get it ready for work?
Y'all's sea salt spray, blow dry it, and then y'all's balm, but I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, the utility balm.
Yeah,
for
utility
the
balm.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Or no, the
Styling paste.
yeah, styling paste.
Styling paste, just lock in a couple of those
styling paste, and then just kind of hold down the sides a little more, and then just slick it back. Flare out the back.
This back portion, it's a little over your collar. Has that become an issue at all?
Not really. I don't.
You don't mind having a
I
little.
don't mind having a little, but
I might
it
bring
does
it up
get a
just
little.
tad.
Yeah. Like when I'm having to wear a suit and stuff, it gets caught in there. But
how long have you been growing this out now? You've worn it a little longish. But
yeah,
this is
had it longer on top and more
groomed on the sides for sure.
Yeah, and I think we've grown out the back part for probably a little over a year, just hit or miss, cleaning it up as we go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go a little more aggressive on just some of these little areas that like wrap all the way around the ear. I want a little bit of that curl to kind of tuck away, just so you still can push it behind. But yeah, this is starting to get overgrown. Like I said, the back portion that's over the collar, I might tuck it up just a tad bit more too. As far as the length, we'll just make sure this is nice and even. If you're enjoying it, like I'm just pushing it back right now and it's hanging tight.
Yeah.
So I like the length. We'll trim it back ever so slightly, but we will thin it out just so that it stays nice and light. We don't lose too much length, but at the same time, it can still sit on some of this ledge without falling into your face like it you tend to do with it without any product. Yeah, me just brushing the hair back and just seeing what it does gives me a good idea of what the game plan is going to be. So yeah, let's dig into it, man.
Sounds good.
It's like real obvious that you need to get back in the chair.
It's also just good to get in the chair and come and hang out here. So I keep telling you need to get the old chest set up there. So on those free days that you can just come and hang out and yell at people like.
Jesse wanted to bring that chessboard in, right? You wanted to get the chess going up in the shop.
Yeah, it just that's all the old movies, right? Just.
Yeah, I would love Coming to America. And you guys are just playing
there
in the background.
yelling at
You know what? I wonder if they're actually moving the pieces at all, because we've all watched that movie 1,000 times, but we've never actually paid attention to see if they're actually playing.
It's a great point.
Yeah, me and Kenny have a soccer date coming up, and this motherfucker, all he does is talk smack about soccer.
Yeah.
Do you like any ball sports? I mean, Jesse likes all the ball sports.
I would take tentacles over soccer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant, yes. Yeah, JW's a busy man. So when he started growing out his hair, it was part because he wanted some long hair, but it was partly because also he was so busy he couldn't come in.
Yeah. So what haircut best for if I can't show up for a few weeks?
This is the way to go, man.
Just come sit down and tell Bob whatever you want to do with it, man. We'll figure it out.
Have any of my haircuts gotten you laid?
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's been long enough, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We've. I know I came in one day before a date, and you were like, I think it was that first year you were here. And you were like, all right, we're gonna take a little extra time on this one.
There was one in
get it
particular.
all,
There was
yeah.
one in particular. You were growing it out long, and I styled it. I blow dried it. It looked great. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, go take all of your Tinder profile pics right now. Like,
Yeah.
go take that updated,
Yeah.
Texas Senate, Texas Congress, like, what is it called? A headshot.
Yeah.
Go do that right now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like a regular haircut when you're using a clipper. You just make sure that all the edges are connected, that there's no really pointy, bulky areas, that they transition really smoothly, so that as it grows out, it doesn't get too heavy. So on the back, instead of doing a crazy taper, we want to have a little bit more length on the bottom, so it's much more of we bring it out straight off of the head in a 90-degree instead of having it tapered so aggressively. Some haircuts you can, with a little bit more length, you can get away with that, but we want some of that weight at the bottom, so having a 90-degree shape allows for that. And then, so creating the shape, making sure that everything was nice and balanced. And moving forward, we're going to start adding some texture and making it a little lighter so that it, like we were saying earlier, we don't sacrifice too much of the length that he's enjoying, but it still feels lighter. It's still 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
He's in sports. He's plenty busy. We want to make it light and airy, textured, so that if he doesn't have a ton of opportunity to style it, it still looks intentional. That's always one of my goals with a haircut.
Yeah. But still allow me to do the Bryce Harper hair flip.
That's right. So Bryce Harper was one of our inspirations for this haircut.
Yeah.
What is that guy rocking these days? That guy changes haircuts quite a bit.
I think he's still got long hair.
That's a good look.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta rock it. JW's hair is really straight. It leans on the finer side, so it's a little bit of weight really makes it fall down kind of flat. So adding a bunch of texture is beneficial. And what I was saying, that a lot of these haircuts, the same length, can look completely different. So if you've got wavy hair, it's gonna have a different attitude. It's gonna have a different approach. Like I said, really seeing how the client styles it, what their lifestyle is like, as far as how much grease is getting into it, throughout the day, can really change the look of it. So taking those things into consideration are, I think, pretty important. So what Stetson did you actually?
I ended up with one of the open roads, which again I never wanted, because everybody and their mom at the Capitol has one, because they all want to be LBJ. But
so open roads are like mullets, like everyone gets them at one point.
Yeah.
And then nobody gets them, but the
Yeah.
guys who still rock them are the ones that really
Yeah.
fucking.
I got one of the fancier ones, more money than I wanted to spend on it, but it was like.
Oh, you got that nice belt.
Yeah, the full beaver, and I was like,
Yeah.
let's go with that. It'll last
What color
forever.
did you get the,
it's like a
silver?
dark gray, and then they're selling the feathers there for like $50, and I was like, nah, I got pheasant feathers at home, like the bird eye shot. Like I'm gonna use one of those. So you got like my own feather in there.
I have a hawk feather in one of my cowboy hats, and it's not the most substantial, awesome hawk feather.
Yeah.
But it was the one that I found in this mine, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, we are just gonna give it a nice little edge up. JW, like I said, he fluctuates from having a nice big thick beard to shaved off and just a mustache. He grows it overnight, so I never feel bad about trying different things
Shaved
out.
this morning, so.
Exactly. Right before he walked in. I would like to refine his mustache. There was one time that we did something and I felt bad about it. I didn't like it. Was it a mustache thing?
Yeah, I think I'd been like growing out the edges to fit with the beard a little more
I was a little
because
too aggressive
I
on
have
it.
two cowlicks there as well, and so have to grow it out a little longer. And I think you cut it a little shorter
And I knew
with
it
the beard,
immediately
and
too.
you're
I was
like, oh
oh no.
yeah. But yeah, it grows back.
Oh yeah, I would have never admitted to that mistake as it was happening, but after the fact,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, now that it's grown out, it looks great. So you can see he's got this crazy cowlick right here. When that beard grows out, it does all kinds of wacky things. So we have to accommodate for that kind of stuff because that's not going anywhere. And the only thing that you could do to really get rid of it is shave it all off or grow it really, really long. And sometimes he has done that, so it's just getting comfortable with some of those awkward phases in between where that hair is just stubborn enough that you have to manipulate it in a way that it looks proper. But sometimes that means cutting that side a little shorter and aggressively because it still looks the same length as everything else, but it totally isn't. And with a beard this length, we always want to give the clients a really nice neckline, because then the rest of this can be pretty much any length, any shape, and it'll still look great. Once it's grown into your collar, that's when it can get a little tricky. Yeah, so with the mustache like this, I'll comb it over my fingers, pinch it in there, and then I'm looking for just some of these extra long guys. And I'm shaping my fingers the same way that the bend of the mouth makes. So if you wanted to sweep it, you could. We got great mustache wax to enhance that.
I have some in my pocket right now.
There you go. But at the same time, if you don't take the efforts to brush out the stash and put some product in it, even just a quick little comb with one of our pocket combs, it still looks groomed, it still looks intentional, it still looks great.
It's always been
So
helpful.
one of the things that I told him to commit to was when this thing gets crazy, there's a bunch of bulk just in this little section right here. So it starts to gumby a bit. I was like, hey man, just dig that out. You'll be fine. Like it's way more aggressive than you would do the other side, but just visually it looks the part. So those are kind of the tips I give to J-Dub and other people who have similar issues in their beard. Like, hey man, if you're gonna be trimming this at home, try this and it'll feel confident doing it because it's gonna work.
Yeah, I think growing out the mustache with the curls here is curling in. It's like, I can wax it and it'll sometimes come out and stay, and you're telling me don't just cut it to try to make it go that way. Like when it curls in, clean it up that way first and then, brush it out and see. And that was very helpful. And
yeah, just leaving a little bit of extra weight and real estate on that mustache so you can manipulate it easier. Because trying to bully around shorter hair is pretty tough. And the other nice thing about manipulating hair like that, whether it's your stash or your hair, is that there's such thing as training your hair. So if you just kind of bully it around every once in a while, it'll start to take shape. Like today, I combed my hair. And I've been letting it just kind of fall forward and push it to the front. So right now, this little section right here is just fighting the shit out of me. And product, blow drying, combing, like tomorrow it'll be perfect. But today it's just gonna fight me just a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah. Out a bit.
And what's nice is that if you already have your sea salt spray, you can just reload the sprayer on it. That way you're not wasting plastic. So we'll give it a good shake. Load it up. There you go. I like to get it underneath the weight of the hair so we can brush it out. So that was about 5 to 6 pumps, or 6 pumps, I think. Styling paste, just for a great result.
Yeah. It's all in the hair.
Yeah, he doesn't wear a helmet.
No. I got a visor helmet now. Like I cut the.
It's a Guy Fieri edition. I feel like Guy Fieri wears a visor. Is that true? Or am I making that up in my head?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I thought you were talking about angles.
So I'll just grab some of the simple smoke paste. A little goes a long way.
And there we go. We got it. Nailed it.
This is when you need to do your Tinder profile pics.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Arnold.